Dallas residents, Dallas natives. Cooper Flagg, projected to go number one overall, has been all year, presumptive favorite. Um, Dallas, 1.8% chance to win the NBA draft lottery, and they won it. Thoughts, reaction.
Man, that's crazy. And I know I was watching the lottery. I was really like, please don't let the Spurs get it. That's my main thing. Once I seen Dallas, that Portland get 11, and we moved up, I said, oh, that's crazy. I said, we
I
really
think
think it's the number one?
who was the four? Because I think we talked about it. And I said, bro, whoever get this, it's rigged. Because I think it was
It's
Philly,
Dallas, Philly, Spurs,
Spurs,
and then the Hornets.
and the Hornets. And it's crazy. The Hornets ended up with the fourth pick.
Right.
But so can we just say the NBA is rigged, bro? There's no way that this wasn't rigged, bro. There's no
It,
possible way.
it looks so bad. It looks absolutely horrible.
And me and Ray was talking about it. We was like, bro, because he was like, man, these dudes be traveling and doing all this stuff. I said, bro, the NBA is not the greatest representation of basketball. I think I done said this before to you, but I'm like, bro, this is not the best representation of basketball. These just the best players. But a lot of this is more entertainment based than basketball. That's why you can watch a high school game, you can watch a college game, and it looks so much different, so much rougher, so much low scoring, because the NBA is leaning more towards entertainment. This shit is like WWE. This shit's like All My Children, General Hospital.
Man.
This shit fake, man.
And people do say NBA is like one of the biggest drama shows on earth. So
It, how do you get after trading Luka Doncic to the
hmm
Lakers?
hmm
Then you get a 1.8%. What y'all know how? What are the odds? We literally know them. 1.8 that the Mavericks land Cooper Flag after getting rid of Luka Doncic. All the backlash the Mavericks getting from the fans. This was a handshake deal between Adam Silver and Nico. Man.
Mavericks never moved up in the draft before. Never.
It's crazy.
It was great. Like it was great. I was like, ain't no way we're out to actually. I was like, they might give us, 2 or 3 to not make it look so suspicious or whatever. If they, but they really won.
One is crazy.
I know it. I
One.
know that. And for those watching who think that I think they just choose the order. I don't. I know they do the ping pong balls, but I'm saying like it looks. It looks. Come on now.
They don't do the ping pong balls, bro. I think they literally sit in a room and be like, okay, who's coming out? Who needs one the most? Who was the best fit for the number one? Maybe 2 through 14 is random, but I don't
No,
even think the top four this time was random. But I don't think it's random, bro. It's too much at stake.
I seen them. I seen they be putting out some videos and them pulling out them ping pong balls.
Chris, bro. I used to
Yeah.
try to not think this shit was real. Today it was so agreed because I think a lot of people seen it coming. I think when it happened, everybody was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, Adam
But
Silver go end up throwing us some type of favor."
no, I'm gonna post a clip too. I'm gonna post a clip of people really predicting this 2 months ago when the Luca trade happened.
Yes, like
So
handshake deals. Because my thing, Nico, real life was never worried. Y'all don't think this was, bro?
he always was confident he did the right thing.
Defense wins championships. This just keeps ringing in my head. And what we project Cooper Flag as, like one of a crazy versatile defender. My thing is, okay, how do you feel about it as a Mavericks fan from a basketball perspective, Landon Cooper Flag?
I mean, I was hype. It's Cooper Flag, so I mean, it's cool having him on the team. I think, or getting the chance to have him on the team. I think he fit. I think he'll fit in perfectly. Or like, you can play him. It gives the Mavs so much, versatility in their lineups. You can play up. You can play big. Play him at the 3 and play super big. Play him at the 4 next to AD. You just have so many options with versatile lineups. Um, in that regard, I think he fits in. I think he's one of the most ready prospects to come plug and play to fit with this team and elevate this team in a way. So it almost makes PJ Washington. People saying it makes PJ Washington expendable, and it kind of does. But I also don't think it does because I think he can play wherever too. So
Okay, name the Mavs best five right now. Cause I'm trying to think.
Healthy, it'd be probably Kyrie. I
Mhm.
mean Clay, I guess. PJ, Gafford,
Nope, there
Lively,
we go.
Anthony
Put
Davis.
Cooper Flag right there. Nope, nope. Thank you. You didn't even have to go far. Clay, get your ass out of here. Cooper
Exactly.
Flag, you play that spot. So keep
Yeah,
going. So don't say Clay, just say Cooper Flag. So
exactly.
Kyrie
Kyrie,
Coop.
Cooper, PJ,
Mhm.
AD, Lively, or
Mhm.
Gaff. Najee
Lively.
Marshall off the bench.
You
Clay
too
off the
nice.
bench.
You
Like,
too nice. You too nice. Kyrie, Coop, PJ, AD, and Lively. Everybody else, you get in where you fit in, man. And Cooper Flag is speedy enough to guard the two. And
yeah,
on offense, who cares? So
yeah.
I like it. Do you
I'm
have
saying
any?
he can
Because
have a very versatile big lineup.
yes. Now with Kyrie probably being out for all of next year or however much time he missed, that dampen your thought process now, or are you more excited to see Cooper Flag in that number two role immediately?
I'm kind of more excited to, yeah, definitely see him kind of in that too. I don't think immediately he'll be in there. I think it'll take some time for him to really get there. But I mean, just in general, like he's not going to be handling the ball. He's not going to be like they're going to have somebody else doing that kind of stuff until he's
No,
active.
immediately Cooper Flag needs to
Ah,
be the
bro.
second. What?
I'm just saying they're going to
The
have
second
knowing
Kyrie.
the Mavericks. They're going to have Najee Marshall probably initiating offense in the first portion of the season. I guarantee Najee Marshall will be doing more initiating in the beginning of the season until Cooper Flag gets a little more acclimated, and they'll allow him to do more things. He'll be focused more on defense. He'll be focused more on all the other stuff. Until then, his offensive role will kind of be limited to an extent. And they're gonna probably trade for some type of guard. It'll be Dinwiddie. It'll probably be Dinwiddie and Marshall in the beginning, and then Cooper Flag will get his bearings, and he'll be unleashed.
And then put the ball in that boy hands, man. Najee Marshall, get your ass on. That was crazy.
Hey man,
I think you just throw him in the fire, bro. What you got to lose? You ain't got nothing to lose.
you don't have
And
anything
then
to lose, but I mean,
and
you
then
do have something to lose because you were supposed to win a championship in the next 2 3 years because this is a win now
this shit
team.
all got reset. It's all reset now.
I mean,
This where I'm coming from, Chris. Cooper Flag is the perfect role player type of guy. So him playing with veterans, it don't diminish him in the short term, but in the long term, you could sell Cooper Flag as being the guy to eventually build around. So now you have a future and a present. That was the thing that most Mavericks fans was kind of worried about because it
yeah,
seemed like you mortgaged the future because Luca was the present and the future. He bridged both gaps. Now with you bring in Cooper Flag, it's the same thing. The only thing is, um, even without Cooper Flag, if you just had Kyrie and Anthony Davis and all the role guys around them, it's a very competent team. So adding Cooper Flag just makes everything better. And I think the Mavericks fans will be more happy if you just roll the ball out there and let's see what Cooper can do because we don't have Kyrie anyway. So just let him play, see what happens.
yeah. Why not? I agree. Uh, yeah.
But no, Chris, this was a collusion. This was one of the most egregious. This was just egregious work.
I was finna say either way, this you hold on. So you think it's even more collusion on the fact that the Spurs moved up from like 8 to 2. So
It was
now that
all
they got a
collusion.
chance to get Giannis, or they get to
Y-
pair Dylan Harper
You
with Wimby, you get to pair
collusion.
like
Chris, no Utah, no Portland, no what's the other
Wizards
thing? No Wizards in the top four. It's collusion, bro. What are the odds of all
and
them teams not getting up there, man?
and the Hornets get 4. And this is what people are mad about as far as like the draft lottery and when they changed the odds from like the worst team having 25% to like now you split 14%, because
Yes. Them
the
strategies.
bad teams are still bad and they're still tanking. Last year the Hawks jumped up and they got Zachary Richardson, and so the bad teams, the Wizards, the Hornets, they didn't get the number one pick then. And it seems like that's kind of been low-key a trend where the worst teams, like before that, it was the Spurs who just tanked everything for Wimby. It's like,
Yes.
in a way, the bad
But
teams are
so
still
but
staying
they
bad.
stayed in their spot,
Yeah,
even though everybody said as soon as Wemby was coming out, the perfect spot for him would be the Spurs.
yeah.
That's why I say it's egregious. This is the dirtiest sport. The dirtiest sport in pro sports is basketball because
And
their draft is egregious. Because at least when it's football, the NFL, you know who's getting the first pick. You know it. And he say so. If you lose the most games, you get the number one guy. Basketball try to make it seem it's not like that, and that way they get to pick and choose. Because the
yeah, but you're gonna
basketball
have
hates
more
they
people.
small market.
You're gonna have
That's
more
why I hate
people,
they small markets.
but you're gonna have more people tanking and throw away games earlier in the regular season, and then you're gonna complain about that. So it's a give and take kind of thing. But people are also saying like just because how when the Pelicans traded away AD, then they got Zion. It's kind of in that same manner.
The thing is, though, it's better than a lottery system because then you will get teams that are competent or solid jumping over teams that are absolutely dreadful. It's not the lesser of two evils, in my opinion. But look at this. This was hilarious. Did you see this?
That was funny, man.
Adam Silver after forcing Ooh, bro, look at it. That's literally what.
I
That's how it
know.
is, bro.
Yeah,
But my thing is though, if you was a Utah fan, you should be furious.
Utah should be pissed. Yeah.
If you are a Wizards fan, you should be furious. You Portland,
Yep.
you should be furious.
Yep.
And the lottery is not saving. It's not gonna keep people from tanking because shit, I still gonna have to tank. My team's terrible. My team's terrible. So I don't know. Worked out for us though.
No, it worked out great for them. It worked out great for them. I mean, Mavericks fans and Spurs, they just get whatever they want. Philadelphia gets an opportunity to add another good piece to whatever they got over there.
He go stun. I thought for a second, I'm like, bro, he's going to Philly or the Spurs, and I was gonna be pissed if he went to the Spurs. If they would have went to the Spurs, I probably wouldn't even been watching basketball next season.
I would have been so pissed if he went to the Spurs. I don't even know, but
yeah. Final thoughts. Then we
get happy as a Mavs fan, as a Mavs fan, recovering Mavs fan. I'm happy in that way. So I'll be cool to actually get to watch another generational talent in my city again.
Okay, real quick, do you think that's going to bring the Mavericks fans that left back? Was this enough to appease the people?
It's going to help. I think it's going to help because you get a generational, another, like you was mentioned with the present and the future kind of thing. I think that is a really good point. You have a guy that people can, get attached to again, who's actually going to be really good. I don't think it's going to make people forgive Nico, and people are going to hate and not want to give him the credit. He doesn't deserve credit for anything like this or whatever. But I think it'll help people feel better about rooting for the team itself again. Those people that like, oh, I'm done rooting for them. I think some of them might come back for sure.
Okay.
But the Nico apologists and Nico forgivers and whatever, man, y'all stop. Be for real.
I might forgive them. But do you draft lottery? Do you think it's a W or L for the NBA? Should they do away with it? Did we get at it?
It's exciting to watch still. I mean, hockey does it, and they had like a 1%er get up and get the first pick. So it's exciting to watch for sure.
It was exciting.
But
we'll see.
It could.
The backlash is going to be crazy.
The backlash is crazy. It can hurt teams that suck and that aren't getting the top picks. It just keeps them in that kind of purgatory.
Yeah.
So.
But all right, this was just our quick reaction to the Mavericks winning no more overall pick. I guess you go, man.
Go now,
Found some shit I love to do, so I can look comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind. Need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line. Any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.